Hello and welcome to another Todd Rolls Dice review. This time we're taking a look at the latest Halo Flashpoint scenery set. This is for the Banished Garrison scenery set. And as you can see, it's fitting the theme, very much following Rise of the Banished, which I believe is still available. But this just adds a couple of new bits of scatter terrain for your boards of Halo Flashpoint, just to spruce them up or give you some extra little bits to play around with. Nothing huge here, very much like the UNSC scenery set that we've talked about in the past. And to be honest, this one isn't quite as flashy. There's not as many different pieces. It is fairly boxy, fairly uniform in design, but still, that is the Banished style. That's how it works, and they look wonderful. So that's the front of the box. On the back, you can see we have basically two of each design. A couple of the cabled crates there, some smaller crates, bigger crates, and then I'm not entirely sure what they are. I always thought they were the holographic displays, but I don't actually think it is. I think it's just industrial style grates and vents and things. But as you can see, there's the 8 pieces there. Enhance your games of Halo Flashpoint by bringing your Banished Garrison to life with this set of highly detailed scatter terrain, including faction themed crates and storage containers. We do know, it hasn't been revealed yet, and just to show you the side, stunning artwork. We do know that there are some drop pods heading our way from orbit. They're taking their time to be revealed, but that is another one of these style boxes. As we've talked about, the UNSC one has another different variety, some different silhouettes and structures. But let's take a look at this in the flesh, or in the plastic I should say. So, quite a big box for smaller items. And we do need to actually put some of these together, which is nice. Oh god, they're heavy. They are a solid piece of, I'm guessing they're plastic, they might be resin. The Mantic stuff is, as you can see, beautifully detailed. The Banished symbol there. Very nice. And that will just, I believe, sit on top there, or glue, or whatever you want to do. I'd glue it, that feels quite loose. The idea is to glue it. It's not really going to obscure your miniatures that much. It is just scatter terrain. But we have 2 of those. We have 2 of these slightly larger crates, stackable crates. Little bits of detail. So these are painted up as Banished, they're in a Banished design, but there's nothing to stop you painting them up in a different way. As I say, we have 2 of those. The slightly smaller crates here. Again, same design as those larger ones. Honestly, I don't think these are that bad. They're not overly exciting, but they do the job. They're not overly flashy. And then we have the smaller crates, like ammo crates and things. Nice design. And 2 of those. So there we have a very quick overview of the Banished Garrison scenery set. There's not a huge amount I can say. I think if you compare this to the UNSC scenery set, and you can see here you do get some taller pieces. In fact, the majority of these pieces are much taller. I think that the UNSC set adds more to this, but as some custom little bits. In fact, let's just get out one of those blast shields, the beautiful blast shields. If you compare that, which will block a Spartan and give you some cover, to that, while it completely fits the style of play, while these completely fit that board, I mean even the crates. Again, design wise, I think there's more going on with the Banished, but size wise, it gives you a little bit more to think about, whereas these, they're very much scatter terrain. They're very insignificant to how I would probably use them. They're not going to block line of sight for a Spartan, a Brute, or an Elite. They're not really going to block line of sight for an ODST either, which are dropping later this month. So while they are nice, I don't think they add as much as the UNSC set, and I honestly, you could fill a board with them and all they're going to be is just little bits of extra detail, which is what I want from scenery. I don't need all of my scenery to be big, like line of sight blocking pieces. Sometimes you just want little bits of extra that don't really interfere with the game, they just bring the board alive. That's exactly what these do, I think. Not a bad set. They are £25 through Mantic RRP. I bought these through Wayland Games, but also Wayland Games is a company that I have an affiliate link with. So if you are looking to purchase some of these and you do want to save a little bit on that RRP, please do check out my affiliate link for Wayland Games. It is in the description below, and on their website they will tell you everywhere that they will ship. They're a site I've been using for many years. I've had a lot of hobby products from them. So definitely if you're thinking of picking some of this up, but because they don't add a huge amount to your game board other than looking pretty, and once you've painted them up with the silver and the reds or however you wanted to paint them, they would work really well. Even though the Banished logo is on this piece, you can easily explain that away and they will work for generic sci-fi regardless. So lots of uses, lots of things that you can do. Probably not the biggest showcase for this new Banished faction box, but still very nice, and I do like a little bit of terrain here and there. But use that Wayland link if you want to support the channel and for some good discounts as well on all sorts of products, not just Halo Flashpoint, but the whole range of Warhammer things as well. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, do all the YouTubey stuff. As always, thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you all in the next one.